Happy New Year and welcome to a very, very special episode of Beyond the Trail podcast. Austin, how you doing?
I'm freaking good. Really, really good. It feels good to finally be talking about Safe and Found. It's been like, we've just been talking like this is the culmination of almost a year of work. So it feels really good to be on tonight.
Yeah, it's a great evening. We are launching a month-long campaign to raise funds for the Western North Carolina Wilderness Safety Fund, which is the recipient of any funding that we make from the film Safe and Found. So we are officially launching that this evening. So I've never asked anybody to get out their pocketbooks before, their PayPals, their Venmos, their Cash Apps, but now I am doing that. So we are asking that people make donations all this month to the Western North Carolina Wilderness Safety Fund. That link is in the description below. And if you come see the film Safe and Found, which we are getting ready to get into right now, the film is free to come to the premiere, but we are asking people to give a donation to the WNC Wilderness Safety Fund. So that is my plug. All the content that we put out on Jester Wallis Productions, Jester Section Hikers, Side Trail Adventures, all of that content is free. We are finally asking for donations to go to that specific place. So without further ado, we want to get into the bulk of this evening, which is promoting our upcoming film, Safe and Found. And we are official. We have a website. Austin?
Look at that.
I know. Look at it. Oh my gosh. I even learned how to do a website.
And here's another just shout out to Heidi Nisbett from Sketching Summits, because all of this artwork that you see is her doing. And I mean, just knocked it out of the park. We're going to have Heidi on later in the week, and she can talk turkey about the art. But yeah, I absolutely love her artwork. But yeah, so this is the website where you can go. It's safe-and-found.com. So safe and found with the dashes in between the words. Safeandfound.com. And it's going to show you everything you need to know about the premiere on January 20th. So dates and locations and kind of the so what of the Western North Carolina Wilderness Safety Fund, like who those folks are, why they're important. And then there's a link to the trailer, which we dropped at midnight last night or this morning, however you want to look at it. But it's all there. So safeandfound.com with the dashes in between the safe and found. Go check it out. So that's everything that you're going to want to know. And then that's where the film is eventually going to live as well. So that's going to be, even after the premiere, you can still go to this website and watch the film. So we'd be remiss if we did not talk about the Smokies 900 miler medal and our good friend, Wim Schalken at Hiker Metals, who has partnered with us throughout this entire process from the very beginning. And I can't say enough good things about Wim, but Hiker Metals is a really cool concept. Wim created this Smokies 900 miler medal to, one, commemorate the Smokies 900. And for those that aren't familiar, it's all of the trails within the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. And so if you want a medal, you don't necessarily have to hike the Smokies 900 to get the medal, but a portion of the proceeds from that medal actually go to the Western North Carolina Wilderness Safety Fund, which is really awesome. Wim, for each of his medals, will donate proceeds from that particular medal to a trail organization or nonprofit that supports that, whatever trail that is. So I think that's really awesome. Wim is always giving back to the outdoor community, and he has definitely done that in our case as well. So he has partnered with us on Safe and Found, and frankly, we couldn't have done it without him. And I think he's going to be on later this week as well with Heidi. So definitely looking forward to chatting with those folks.
One of the things I want to make note about the website, we got to get to the logistics part of it. We do want you to actually RSVP if you are going to be joining us on January 20th, 2024, outside of Waynesville, North Carolina. That is where we are going to be premiering the film at the Haywood Community College. And shout out to Haywood Community College. They are letting us use that venue for free. So another reason to donate to the Western North Carolina Wilderness Safety Fund. the board members of that fund were able to secure that venue for us for free. And I think that is awesome. So again, I cannot think of a better way to start the year off. A lot of people in the year pledging. I think you should start the year pledging. So again, you're going to hear me say this from now until we show the premiere on January 20th. These people save our lives if we have issues when we are out hiking or adventuring, and they put a lot of work into that. And I think that is it for the logistics of the website. We are going to get right to the matter at hand, and that is showing you all the trailer. So, Austin, if you're ready.
Let's do it.
None of the folks that we rescue wake up in the morning and go, I think I want to be lost in the woods for 3 days in 25-degree weather and 6 inches of snow. That would be cool. Nobody makes that calculation. It just happens sometimes.
I knew that there was 0% chance that we would be found alive.
We want people to go out. We all go out and enjoy these areas, and we want everybody to go out and do that, do it safely, and return home.
These men and women, these guys and girls, they give up hundreds of hours of their life each year to go out and to look for and to save other people's lives.
That's right. How do you say thank you to somebody for putting their own life at risk? How do you thank you? The words thank you do not even come close to the emotions that pass over me when I think about them.
There she is.
Miss Nancy East, how are you this evening?
Hey, I didn't realize I was going to be front and center.
Surprise!
Good thing you're ready.
I am great. Oh man, that trailer, it gets me every single time. I probably watched it more than anybody other than the two of you, but every time it brings up some pretty deep emotion.
So what are your thoughts, Nancy, overall about the premiere coming up?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like it felt like hurry up and wait for so long. And now it's like a freight train coming at us so fast. It's just a few weeks away. And man, the work you guys have put in to get here, I know you are more than ready to get off this train. But being this bystander watching it all unfold as intimately as I have, I mean, it's just gratitude is really the one word that I can say encapsulates the way I feel right now. Just gratitude for everything that you guys have done to make this shine in such a special and profound way. So thank you already in advance for everything you've put into it.
Well, thank you, Nancy. And I like the train analogy, but I'm going to add to it and say we're definitely ready to get off of this particular train, but I'm excited to see where this film goes and who it impacts and the changes, the how we can help people, because that's really what you all do with the Haywood County Search and Rescue Team. And that was our goal from the beginning, was to help people with this film. And so that's the new train I want to get on and see where that goes. So I'm super excited. So
I think one of the stipulations, not a stipulation, something that you and I originally talked about when you thought I was kidding about doing this film.
Now, you're not kidding about anything you say.
No, I was not kidding. That you wanted it to be an educational component. So tell everybody a little bit without giving a lot away.
I think the main thing that I would convey is their storytelling, that you guys teach so many lessons with this film just by using real life examples of how people, as Lane said, nobody goes out and expects to be in the predicament they're in by the end of that day, but you really highlight how quickly that can happen and how much it escalates in such a short amount of time, just through the examples that you use, how dire it can be, if you're not prepared, or even if you are, how uncomfortable it can still be But yeah, you guys just do a brilliant job of really handpicking some pretty compelling stories, I think, to get that point across in not a preachy way at all. That's what's so great about it too, is that it doesn't feel like standing in front of somebody lecturing to you, like your mom, like I do with my kids who they tune me out in about 5 seconds. But everybody's going to hang on every word of this movie and walk away. I would venture even the ones who are experienced are going to walk away doing something different the next time they set foot in the backcountry because of this film, is my guess.
How's the team doing?
They're going great. Yeah, everybody. I mean, I missed the Christmas party, which I've never missed. I don't think. Well, I missed one other holiday party that we've had, but it was the first year I've had to miss it because of a conflict with some another party. I haven't seen anybody in a while because we don't have a meeting in December when we have this party that takes the place of it. So I feel a little out of touch with everybody. But tomorrow I'm going to send out some more information I wanted to get through tonight, and then they all know, of course, everybody's got it on their calendar. But everybody seems to be great, just in the thick of holidays and chaos.
Awesome.
Yeah. I'm so excited. I mean, that's, a unanimous excitement. I've had so many texts, and especially when you guys, shared the trailer with us in advance. That was really special for everybody to get that sneak peek and to just already be so enthralled with knowing that the finished product was really going to shine. Because you guys came in as strangers to, I'd say 99% of the people there. And now there's that trust and, that rapport and camaraderie that exists. But in the beginning, they just had to go on my word, which, luckily they did, that you guys are upstanding people who are going to create something magical. And that's exactly what you've done.
Well, Nancy, you are being very humble, and people are going to find that out on January 20th at 3 p.m. Eastern time when that film plays at the Haywood Community College. You're being very humble right now, and that is all I'm going to unveil. I'm going to prepare you now at the premiere. I am going to let people know you're being humble, so get ready. You have 19 days to prep.
Well, yeah, now I'm scared. Yeah, it'll great. But one thing I do want to show because of Wim, and this is another person, you guys have already given him a shout out, but I want to too, because I'm trying to get it to show in my little camera here, the medal that the proceeds go to from the sales of the Smokies 900 medal. This thing it's like my talisman right now, through this podcast. I have it right here on my desk beside me, and I look at it every single day, and I'm so proud of what it represents for many reasons, but especially because of the connection to the safety fund. So, Wim, if you're watching tonight, deepest gratitude for you as well.
Since we've got you on, Nancy, and we're kicking off this fundraising campaign for the Western North Carolina Wilderness Safety Fund, can you talk a little bit about what the fund is, where it goes, that kind of thing, let folks know where this money is going?
Yeah, it's a great question because it's a question we get a lot. What's the difference between Haywood County Search and Rescue versus the Safety Fund? And it's a complicated answer, really, that nobody wants to hear all the ins and outs and the history behind it. But the long and short of it is that it is the nonprofit foundational arm of our team, which then supports our team. So any money that is raised gets funneled through the Safety Fund, and then our team, let's just say we have a need for new ropes for, our more technical rescues. The team would have to formally request the funding from the Safety Fund to receive those funds to then purchase the ropes and that type of thing. Some of the money goes towards some of our training. Any of us have advanced certifications, say wilderness first responder certifications, and we need to have those renewed. Sometimes the Safety Fund will help support us not have to pay completely out of pocket for those costs. So it just helps us to, quite frankly, be able to survive and rescue people and look for people without having to bear the burden personally of all those expenses. We have to bear some of that anyway. Nobody pays for our gas money, our backpacks and our personal gear. We have to still fund that. And it gets, quite frankly, trashed a lot of times on these rescues and searches. So we're, having to sometimes replace it, but it pays for the big ticket items, some of the things that none of us want to have to fork out ourselves. So it's vital to our team to have this particular well to draw from when we need it for certain supplies. So it's a really important part of it.
Because all of you are volunteers. So
right.
It's not like there's, you're pulling out of your pocket if you need extra gear or, like you said, need to go renew a certification or anything like that, that's all coming out of the team's pocket. So the fund is there to, like you said, help with those big ticket items. So Julie and I have witnessed firsthand, gotten to talk with some of the folks through this film project that have been rescued by your team. Absolutely humbling, but you can see the results right here that are sitting in front of us of the benefits that your team brings and literally saving lives. So the fund could not be more important in that respect.
Yeah, important stuff for sure. We hate fundraising. We just want to go out and do our job.
Right.
Yeah, so I'm proud to represent both sides of the equation, on the board for the safety fund as well as on the team. So really, it's you gotta have both really to make it work.
And that's why there's no ticket price to the movie. We wanted people to put their own price tag on it. You don't have to put a price tag on it because you're going to see the film, but people could put $1, they could put 100, 1,000, 500, I don't know, whatever that price tag is for you. I'm trying to think of logistics as far as the film, what we need people to do. So we need people to RSVP. Let us know you're coming. Heidi and Wim will be selling. Wim will have the 900 miler medals and probably more medals there to sell. Heidi will have some of her artwork and the film artwork for sale at the event. And each one of them will be giving proceeds of what they make back to the Western North Carolina Wilderness Safety Fund. That was a pre-agreement, Nancy, you have no idea about, but that was part of the deal. It will be a fun evening. We are going to open the doors or a fun afternoon, rather. We're going to open the doors at 2:00. You'll get to hang out, meet and greet, so to speak. We're going to show the film promptly at 3. And then right after the film, we are going to do a Q&A. And that should be fun as well. And we have to be out at a certain time. We got to clean up and we got to get out of there. Again, the Haywood Community College is allowing us to use the facilities for free. What else logistically do we need people to do, Nancy?
I would say for people to really help us spread the word about the premiere. That to me is it seems so easy in theory because of social media, but we all know, some of us have to be, me included, have to be reminded 10 times of an event before it sticks. And I think, oh yeah, I need to RSVP for that. But if people can help us spread that word by sharing the post about it or future posts, that would be really, I think, helpful to make it known, especially to the community of Western North Carolina. And even I know a few people from East Tennessee who want to come over to see it too. But I think that is as important as anything, just to have a strong showing for the premiere. Just because, really just for gratitude for you guys for how much work you've put into it. But just as importantly is just so people hear the message that it has to give. So then they know how important it is to continue to share it. Because I think it's one of these things, I know it is, it'll just continue to keep giving forever for people who watch it because of word of mouth, even after the premiere.
And I think this group of individuals that, watches you and follows you and watches us and follows up us can help get this in the algorithm, so to speak. So if we can get enough people to share it, leave comments, whatever, all the things that everybody tells you to do in every single video, that is what we need your help with. And again, I don't think any of us ever ask for anything. So I know this is the first time in 5 years of creating content that I've asked for anything. And it's vitally important. And I'm not going to be embarrassed to ask. So each time you see us come on, we're going to ask you to help us get that stuff out there in the algorithm, because once it gets in there, it'll go. And I think we can do it.
Me too.
Yeah.
Let's go.
People, help us get in the algorithm, come to the premiere, donate to the Western North Carolina Wilderness Safety Fund. Austin, what else you got?
Let's do this. I'm excited.
Yeah.
So coming up 8:00 on Thursday, we're going to sit down with Heidi and Wim, and we're going to talk about kind of the making of. I'm really excited to hear from Heidi, because we won't get too far down in the rabbit hole, but we kind of gave her some ideas for the art, and then she took the ball and ran with it, and golly, she came up with some really great stuff. So I'm excited to hear from her, but we'll do that Thursday evening, right back here on Beyond the Trail podcast.
The number one thing is, you guys help us get, I'm just going to call it, help us get in the algorithm, help us get this word out, because I know it can happen. And I know there's enough of us that, love hiking, love the outdoors, love the wilderness, whatever you like to do. Go out and donate. Come see us on the 20th. Austin.
Let's go. Good times.